Hello beauties, today I have something new for you. I have been trying different brands, different products from brands I've never used before. Certain things I know a lot of people have already reviewed. I like to do my own review just because I believe that not everything works for every skin type. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you believe the same way. So my skin type is a very, very dry skin. I don't really have a lot of oily skin issues like acne or anything like that, but I do get very dry skin and red patches during the summer, especially right here, as you can see around my cheeks. Sensitive skin to the heat, things of that sort. So I do, not every product works for me that will work for a combo, normal, or oily skin. You know, with oily and dry, you're like, there's a lot of issues when it comes to what products you use and what you can use without either things slithering off your face or looking cracky. This new brand, like I said, new brand to me, I've never used any of their products. I have seen so many people use their beautiful eyeshadows, and a couple of months ago they launched a foundation and a concealer which had beautiful range of shades, and I wanted to try it. Now I'm a little scared because from what the foundation says, and what I'm talking about is Juvia's Place. I've always been wanting to try their eyeshadows, and I've never had the chance to do so because I say, oh, I'm gonna go buy one, and then I end up buying something else that I've wanted and just never ever went and said, I'm gonna try it. Well, this time I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna try it because again, I wanted to try their foundation and their concealer, which I have right here. And now this foundation does say Velvety Matte Foundation, so that's a little bit not on my type of foundation, or a little bit in the range that I do not use. I stay away from mattes, but so many people have raved about this that have had oily, combo, or even dry skin. So I'm gonna give it a try and see how it works for me. Hopefully it doesn't, you know, crack or look very cakey on me, but we'll see. And they do say that it is a very full coverage foundation, so maybe a little bit goes a long way. So this is the new brand that, like I said, new brand to me. A lot of people have used it before. If you have not, then you will be seeing first impressions on this, because that's basically what this is, first impressions on a new brand that I haven't used before. And I went ahead and bought a few products besides the foundation and the concealer, which is mainly what the focus of this video is on. I went ahead and bought a loose highlighter. And the reason I bought loose highlighters, and I did buy some, quite a bit of their palettes, is because they were on sale. They were having a huge sale, if I'm not mistaken, 40% off, and I took advantage of it. You know me, if you've seen some of my other videos, I always say take advantage of the sales. They are worth it. So I went ahead and got this highlighter. Look at how beautiful that is. Hopefully it's not too dark for me. It looks really pretty, like a very gold bronze. We will see how this works on my skin. Now it is a loose highlighter. Hope for the best, because I'm not very good with loose highlighters. Look at how beautiful that is. And I don't think we need much, so I think what I get from the cap should be good enough. Before we get started with the foundation and the concealer and see how that works for me, I am going to show you the palettes that I bought. We're gonna start with the little one. I went ahead and got the Nubian by Juvia's Place mini, and I do like minis at times, especially vibrant colors or even you know, neutral tones, just because I like to travel with them. And if the colors that I like are in this little one, then I'll travel with them. So this one here is a very neutral palette, and like I said, it has 6 beautiful colors that you could use on an everyday basis, or you can use at night if you wish. If you're not that person that likes the vibrant tones or dark black or things of that sort, this is something that would work great for you. And this one was on sale, so every palette that I have here was either $15 or cheaper. So under $15 palette. So they were amazing deal. And this is the Zulu by Juvia's. This is why I bought this. First of all, look at how huge the pans are. And second, look at those beautiful colors. I mean, you could do just an amazing, beautiful, warm look if you wanted to, or a very vibrant look if you wanted to. But I could definitely have use for this palette. This is something that caught my attention, and I said, I want it. Look at those colors. I mean, and the pigmentation on them is so vibrant on the pan. So we're gonna try this purple one. Look at that. Then we're gonna go for pinkish fuchsia right next to it. Look at that. Look at how beautiful those colors are. So definitely a palette that I am eager to try. The other one is the Warrior 2. This one is I consider it a very nice warm palette. As you can see, I mean, it does have some tones that you could work with to make it a smoky look. They are beautiful, beautiful tones that you could wear day or night. The next one I have here is the Tribe by Juvia, and to me their packaging just looks so pretty. This one is definitely one of the ones that I think is going to be one of my favorites, just because of these colors right here. These greens, I mean, look at how beautiful they are. I'm into the greens, the yellows, the oranges. This is a great palette that I know I could use this summer. I'm excited. I'm really excited to try all of these. The Saharan by Juvia's. I felt like I was going to be missing some colors and not be able to do a look just with this palette. But then I looked at it even more, and then I was like, wait a minute. I mean, this is not really a black. It's not really a gray. It's more like in a bluish teal green. I mean, it looks different on camera. And it does have a lot of shimmers, which is a lot of stuff that I like working with. And it does have 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes that are vibrant enough colors that you could transition or do your base with. So I was like, well, it's on sale. I'm going to get it and we will see. Okay, the next one is Afrique. I hope I'm saying that right. This one I fell in love with. This is right down my alley. Look at how beautiful those colors are. Like, this is right up there for me. The blue, the orange, the green, the yellow. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mattes and 5 shimmers. So out of 12, 7 are mattes. So if you do like working with mattes, in vibrant mattes, this is a palette for you. Now let's look at this green. Look at that. I mean, they're just so vibrant when it comes to colors. This yellow, very pigmented, and the way they apply on the arm, hopefully that's the same way they blend on the eyes. The Masquerade Mini by Juvia's. Now, this is size-wise is not a mini. The reason why they call it a mini is because the pans are minis, as you can see, compared to these pans right here. These pans are minis. It's a regular sized pan. I believe there is a regular sized Masquerade pan, and that's why this one is a mini, just because they put more colors in it, smaller sizes of pans. And as you can see, you got warm tones, you got these vibrant, beautiful colors all together in one palette. So you can definitely go from a neutral look to a very exotic, vibrant look. So that's the reason why this one got bought. So in total, I did purchase 6 of these sizes. Yeah, I went a little overboard, but they were on sale. And then I purchased this one right here, which is a very nice travel size neutral palette. And I said last but not least, because those are the eyeshadow palettes that I purchased, but I did want to show you that I also purchased this Juvia's eyeshadow palette for you to make your own with singles. And I did need one of these, and to me, I really don't care if I get it from Juvia's, if I get it from Ofra, but it was on sale, so I went ahead and got it because I do have some singles that need to go in a palette and create my own. So I was very excited to get that. And now let's try this foundation and see how we like the way it feels. I already am primed, moisturized and primed. And here we go. We are going to use the Tarte Beauty Sponge. That's one of my favorite sponges. Now I do say that not every foundation works with beauty sponges, but I have a feeling that this one might work well with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half the face with the beauty sponge, and then I'm going to do the other half with this Sigma F89. I love this shape of brush for foundation application. So we'll see how that works. Now, the color that I got, or the tone that I got, was Fest 620. Hopefully that is for me. Apply it with the finger. Light for me, but I was trying online to look for a good color or a good tone. Let's make it work. So we're gonna do half with the sponge. And as you can see, this thing is super full coverage. Like my redness, you can't see it anymore. Now it is super light for me. So now I know that I have to find a tone that's a little darker, and maybe I can mix it. I mean, I can't say it's that light, but I've gotten tan, people, so I've had some sun these past few days, so my skin tone definitely changed. I mean, we can make this work and bronze it out. Now, I will tell you that just with that little bit applied, look at the difference. I mean, there is a little bit of redness peeking out just right here, but I didn't apply too much. There we go. Amazing, amazing coverage compared to the side. So now we're gonna go in with the Sigma brush and see if the brush application is better than this concealer. First of all, the packaging is cute. I love it that it's very summery. It is number 20, at least that's the one I got. And it is 10 ml, so 0.34 full ounces. It does look a lot bigger than what the amount of it actually says. And what I'm going to do, again, we're going, oh, big dofa. It's like the Tarte one. A little bit goes a long way for me. So just one dip in, and then I was able to put it on both sides. And we're going to do one side with the beauty sponge. The color I got is actually pretty good. And then we're going to do the other side with a brush. Also a Sigma brush. And what I do with the brushes is I blend in as much as I can in the area that I want. And then I don't completely blend in with the brush. I go back in with the sponge and see what works best. I look very pasty right now, but like I said, we're gonna work with the bronzer and make it work. But definitely lighter than I expected. It would have been fine, and if I wouldn't have gotten a tan twice already. Actually, I'm a lot darker than I usually am. So it's feeling pretty good. It's looking pretty good. And now I am going to set it. Okay, I put a little bit of bronzer, the highlighter as you saw, and I did put a little shimmer on my eyes, just a tiny bit of a champagne pigmentation with a little bit of highlight in the inner corner, and my lashes. Didn't really do much with the eyeshadows because I want to emphasize this look more, I want to emphasize this video more on how the foundation and the concealer are looking, and to me they are looking pretty good right now. No major creasing. Of course, I have fine lines. I won't say I have a lot, but it's not creasing into my fine lines. It actually blended quite well. So I am liking the way it feels. I am liking the way it's looking on my skin. It's not looking super It's not looking cakey. It's not looking like it's cracking, not even on my laugh line here, which is good. A little bit went a long way, but we will see how this wears, and I will come back and show you at the end of the day how this looks. I just did a simple eye look and just put some lip gloss on, and I am about to head out the door, but I will be back later on today to show you how this looks at the end of the day and if I am liking the way it feels on my skin. Right now, I am liking the way it feels on my skin. I was a bit scared with the matte ordeal at the beginning, but I said, hey, I'm going to give it a try, and it's looking pretty good. Not bad. Full coverage, very good there. So definitely, if I like the way it wears, at least more, again, I always say at least more than 6 hours without a touch-up, then this might be a foundation that I will like for the summer. I do try to wear more foundation sticks and more velvety matte foundations for the summer, just because they stay better, I believe, on my skin or on anybody's skin, especially in this heat. But again, it doesn't always work for me. Sometimes they look patchy. This one does not. This one actually looks pretty good, and I am very excited to show you how it looks at the end of my day. All right, see ya. Okay, beauties. It has been a few hours, a little bit over 4 hours with this foundation and this concealer. Now, if you see, I am liking this concealer because even though I do have fine lines, you can tell, come on, there's no creasing. Like, there is nothing creasing in these little fine lines. It is not exaggerating my fine lines, which is good. In 4 hours, it's still looking good. Of course, there is a little bit of redness around here where I sneezed and I wiped and so on, and I removed some of it, maybe not a lot, but as you can tell, but it's because of my allergies. So that happened. But I was trying not to touch up, just so you could see on my laugh line, no creasing, which is good. So this foundation is turning out to be pretty good for me. It's not looking, it's not cracking, it's not cakey. It actually feels, for the full coverage that it is, it actually feels very light on my skin. So I am very, very, very lightweight, as you can say. So I am very excited to use it. A little bit goes a long way. There is definitely full coverage with this foundation. I do need to get a better tone for my skin color. But besides that, we are doing pretty good. Like I said, it's been a little bit over 4 hours, which is great. I usually like for a foundation not to be no need of touch-up, at least 6 hours. So this is actually doing very good. Again, around my nose area right here, I've had issues with my allergies today, and I sneezed and wiped my nose, and that's why you see that. So besides that, this is looking very good, even though the light tone that I got was not for me at this time because I did get tanned, but I will get a different tone and maybe a darker one or a deeper one and combine it with this one, and hopefully that will work for me. But I know this tone will work for me during winter, but during winter I definitely don't like wearing matte foundation, so this one may not be one that I would be using that often during winter time. I'm gonna go ahead and give you one more update in about an hour and a half or 2 hours or so, which is basically what, like I said, is what I give my foundations, about 6 hours or a little bit over, to see if they are worth my while or my buck. And I think this one is going to be. So very excited, and I'm actually liking the concealer. Like I said, I mean, due to my age, I do have a bit of fine line. They're not creasing or emphasizing those fine lines. So I'm actually very happy about that. And for somebody to see my fine lines, you gotta be up close and personal. And if you're that close to me, you better be related. Just saying. But anyways, we're doing my makeup, one or the other, which most of the time I do my own. So there you have it. I will be back with another update, and that should be my last one, just to give you an idea of how this looks right now. I'm very happy with it, very happy with the concealer more than anything. Very excited about that, and I definitely am going to continue using this. I do like the concealer more than I do the foundation, so that just tells you. I mean, they're both great. They are both working perfectly well for me right now, but I do like this a lot better. I'm very excited about this more than the foundation. I'll be back. Hi beauties, just a quick overview on this foundation and this concealer from Juvia's Place. As you can see, the only redness peeking out is this right here, but it's because of me sneezing and trying to hold my nose and so on, so I won't scare half the world. But as you can see, everything else still looks pretty good. We are at past 10 o'clock. I mean, we're over 6 hours of makeup. It did not set in my little, my little fine lines. So the concealer did quite well. No cakiness, no crackiness. I am liking this concealer. As you can see, I mean, there's really no creasing besides you seeing my fine lines. But overall, I mean, it's good. I mean, it wore quite well. It's still looking great for over 6 hours. I mean, I'll give it that. Full coverage. It did not crack on me, not even on my fine lines here in the laugh line, which is usually where you see the little, cracking sometimes when your foundation is a bit matte, or the full coverage foundations sometimes are kind of thick. But besides that, I mean, you see a little bit here on the nose, trying to get close and personal, but it's just around the nose area. But that's because, again, I've been messing with my nose because of allergies. So besides that, I'm liking this. Foundation I like, concealer I love. I like the concealer more than I like the foundation just because of the matte thing. But for it to be matte, it wore quite well. Very happy with it. And I'm not sure if you have tried Juvia's Place, but this is first impressions for me, and I am loving it so far. I will keep trying it, and I will let you know how it goes. See you next time. Bye.